started. So, I guess let me begin. So, I had this dream the other day, and it was like, so I always have these like really obscure dreams, and like I wake up and I'm like, you know, like one time I dreamt I had a baby. Like I was pregnant. It was like a duration. Like I like got pregnant, was pregnant for 9 months. Felt like 9 months. I gave birth to the baby. I had post-traumatic, like everything. And then I woke up and I was like, "Where's my baby?" And I was really scared. But anyway, so Saturday night I wake up and I'm like, "What the hell just happened?" But I had this dream, and I don't know who this girl was in my dream. If I find her, you're done. Ooh. But we were arguing in my dream, and she was like, "I'm gonna shoot you." And I was like, "Go ahead, girl. I freaking dare you." And she was like, "All right, I will." And so she left to go get a gun. And I was like, "Go ahead. I'll make it easy for you." And I bent my head down, and she shot me. And so I just had this bullet, like, in the top of my head. And I'm, like, going about my day, and, like, I'm losing, like, all bodily function. Like, I'm losing feeling in my left side. I'm losing feeling in my right side. I'm, like, not able to speak. But no one notices there's a bullet in my head. And I spent my entire dream trying to let people know I have a bullet in my head, but I'm not able to walk, I'm not able to talk, and it's just like, I woke up because they're like, "We're rescinding your offer to school, like you have to go to this community college, goodbye forever." And I was like, "No!"
In your dream?
In my dream,
okay,
yeah. And everyone in the room was like, "Ha ha ha!" And I'm like, "No!" And I'm trying to say no, but then I can't even say no, and then like, and I woke up and I was stressed. Like I woke up really stressed.
Because you wanted to be bold and tell her to shoot you in the head.
So the moral of the story is if someone's holding a gun at you, it's very likely they're gonna shoot you if you tell them to do it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't
tell them to do it.
Don't tell people to shoot you in the head because they will shoot you in the head. But anyways, oh wait, no, actually, so I told my therapist about it, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, "What's the feeling?" I was like, "Girl, I got shot in the head. Like, I don't know what was going through my head. Like, I don't know. I guess I was mad." But,
yeah.
I miss my therapist.
Was it someone you recognized, like, in your dream?
Yes.
I heard it's always people you've at least seen once.
Exactly, right? So, like, does that mean
it's a sign.
I've seen my baby. Oh, you think I'm going to get shot? I was thinking about my baby.
You've seen your baby. That'd be crazy.
But, like, she had a face. So
maybe it's just like a baby you've seen before on the internet. But girl, True. If you actually give birth to a baby and it looks like the one in the dream, that's crazy.
Call me a prophet.
I prophesy.
I saw you coming.
Gemi.n.i. a problem. Can't nobody solve us. One of us gon' chew you up, the other one gon' swallow. Go. Bipolar like Kanye. West. Quick with it like Andre. 3000. Hit him up like Tupac and be right back on Monday. I'm black and she Asian. That's double trouble temptation. Up in your space, it's an air sign invasion. Aliens. Gemini, we twin. These thoughts always winning. Win-win. But the show keep on spinning, so here's the beginning. Let's get it.
But okay, so welcome to Gemi.n.i. Mm-hmm. We are a social podcast where we let the thoughts win and absolutely nothing is left off the table, right? So if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Kaya. I'm Becca's friend.
Yeah.
Also was a coworker, but now mostly just a friend.
Mm-hmm. Technically, you're a supervisory person now, so
just a little bit. Not bad.
Yes, but kind of worked together for almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We've been through a lot of changes that have happened in our workplace.
Yes.
But we stay consistent.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but welcome to the podcast.
Thank
you. Do you want to share your official, well, you don't have to share your official title. Do you want to share your official title, like your big girl job title?
Senior Admin Specialist.
Ooh, look at that.
I was about to say, do I have to say the full word admin? Just admin. Senior Admin Specialist.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We started beginning of the summer, right? A little before beginning of the summer. May.
Yes. After applying to like 5 other jobs and they were like, no. And I was like, I still have to see y'all every day after you like reject my application, but
the depression I felt after I got rejected.
Bro, I cried. I cried so hard, and then I was like, okay, no more emotions. We're just gonna apply one more time. Please.
And you got it.
And here I am. Be a pest until you get it, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But that's the beauty of
nepotism.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
Bro, you know who I found out was a nepotism baby? I don't even know who he is. J.A. Abrams?
Is he a celebrity?
He's the guy who created Star Wars, like helped create Star Wars, right? And his daughter is Gracie.
Okay, also don't know.
Okay, that's fine. But his mother was like, I was like, family of nepotism. It just blew my mind. I was like, that's crazy.
His mother was famous too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She was like a producer. I was like, ooh, what do I gotta do to get in these?
To get that.
Exactly.
Marry rich.
Like, oh, tell me about it. That's what my grandma said too. She's like, you don't need to go to college. You can just marry a rich man.
Honestly, easy. Easiest thing you could do.
Now I'm in debt.
Bro, student loans picking up. Don't get me started. I literally think about it every month and I'm like, I'm gonna cry. What if I just don't pay?
They text me every day. They're like, payments are coming. I'm like, I know. I got the text yesterday.
Yeah. I haven't even selected my payment plan. It's just fucking me all. It happens when it happens. Oh well.
But anyways, let us segue into our little silly story of the week.
Yes.
Kaya has a silly, not so silly story she would like to share with us.
I'm going to start this off by saying know your limits if you're not a drinker. Me, don't think you can just go all out, because it wasn't even my 21st. It was literally my 22nd, which is weird to think about. But I was like, fuck it, we ball. I'm going to go crazy. And I made a drinking board game. And one of the rules I made was know your limits.
It was also called blackout or back out.
Yes,
so like...
it was. And I actually blacked out. So that's my silly but not so silly story. I blacked out for the first time. Very first time drinking nothing but tequila. Like, I lost count.
No, I know. Not a single chaser was in sight, bro.
No,
like,
while telling everyone else.
I know. You're like, drink some water, get a snack.
Taking full-size shots of tequila on every single little board piece. But basically, my friend had asked to take a picture because I had a little photo booth set up. And I was like, yeah, let me use the bathroom real quick. And that's the last thing I remember from that night. Was like, is saying I had to poop TMI?
No.
Okay, I had to poop. So I remember like going to poop and I'm sitting there and then I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. So I turn around and start puking. Yeah, girl. Puking my brains out. And then that's the last thing I remember. And I wake up at 4 a.m. Like, if this is my toilet seat, like I was asleep on it like this. Knocked the fuck out, okay? Still couldn't remember what happened the night before. And I was like, what time did everybody leave? Like, it was my party. And I blacked out in my own bathroom. But no, I woke up at 4 a.m. and was just like, what the fuck happened? But love my older sister. I get spoiled. She cleaned my apartment for me. She took my makeup off, put my hair back, did my laundry, and then put pajamas out for me and like 2 trash cans by my bed, which I continued to puke in until like 4 p.m. the next day. Like, could not stop. But this also may be a little TMI, so if you want to cut it out, you can. One of my best friends, Sam, was there, and her and my older sister, like, after I started puking is when they came in, and I don't remember, but they were filling me in. They were helping me puke and shit at the same time. That's how fucked up I was. And, like, I don't remember any of that at all. Like, none of it at all. So, silly but not silly story. Moral of the story, know your limits.
I need your sister in that chair so she can explain to me how you were puking and shitting at the same time.
Girl, it's crazy because they didn't even tell me that until like 3 days after the party. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What happened? But no, very grateful that they were there because I woke up the next day thinking I was dying. Like, genuinely was like, I think I'm going to die of alcohol poisoning. It's happening right here, right now.
Bruh. I remember my 21st birthday. I was like, I'm going to start my 21st birthday off with shots so I can hit 21 by the end. Because I was like, it's unrealistic to hit 21 in a night, right?
Yeah.
So we got Torchies? Is that what it is?
Torchies tacos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. No, not Torchies. What's the nice one in on the square? Rusty's. We got Rusty's margaritas.
Oh.
Yes, my friend got 2 of them. And so we each split them up and then we were taking shots of Ciroc. I woke up. I had 2 lines on my hand and I woke up to Connor like looking down at me. I forgot he had ordered us Domino's to help celebrate my birthday like right when it turned midnight. And so like I was just passed out on the floor. He's just eating like a slice of pizza, and he's just like, "Are you awake now?" And I was like,
"What happened?"
I start eating, and then I pass back out, and then I woke up the next morning at like 8 a.m.
That sounds pretty great though. True. Except for like if you were probably feeling like fucking shit.
Well, like the worst part of it all is I had bought gibbets. I bought 8 gibbets at full price at the Croc store, so you know it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I had 1 left from I bought them like the week of my 21st birthday. I have 1 left.
So what, you were running
I
all over
I don't
the
know.
place
I
or
lost
what?
all of them in that 24-hour time span. So I don't know.
Damn.
It was a wild night.
R.I.P. those gibbets.
I know. I had some cute ones.
They'll be missed.
They will be missed. But I have cute ones now. And I
You
realized I gotta be
do.
careful. I gotta walk slowly.
Yes. You would leave a certain one at the office all the time, and I would just be like, I'm gonna slide that in the desk.
A student asked me, he was like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "I really like plants."
Was
and
he
that's the
asking,
look
like,
he gave me. That's the look he gave me. I was like, I just love plants, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what can
I say?
Exactly. Anyway, okay, so yeah, drink responsibly if you're 21 and up. If you're not 21 and up, don't drink. That's illegal.
So illegal.
Very illegal. But okay, so Kaya's here today, and Kaya lives alone.
I do.
I used to live alone, and
Lord.
so we're gonna do a little spiel, right?
Yes.
On like, what is it like to live alone, like as a woman in her 20s? Because there's a lot, people just don't think about. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think of you, I think of maintenance, like a maintenance man.
See that? I am a paranoid person. I've also watched way too much like Criminal Minds. So whenever the maintenance men come, like I tell myself, oh, they put a camera in my Benz. And so I'm like standing up there. Not that they've ever given me the impression that they're gonna do that, but I'm gonna make that assumption anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely like I only put in maintenance requests if I'm going to be there. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be there and not have them in my apartment when I'm not there. Because that makes me feel even more weird. Like, why as a man are you coming into a woman's apartment alone? Why can't they have women maintenance women?
That's what I'm saying.
I'd sit down and have a little talk with her.
Come on.
Literally.
Come on.
But yeah, maintenance, I don't know. I only put in the requests if I know I'm going to be there. Or I tell them to come at a time that I know I'm going to be there. Because people can be weird.
People can be so weird. That's why I always had Connor be there. Because I was like, I don't want to be there. I was like, that's weird, you know?
I can't do that anymore.
I know. That's the con of living alone. You gotta deal with these things. Worst part of living alone, I'm gonna say it. Bringing up groceries. Like, especially if you don't live on the first floor.
The third floor. Hauling those fucking groceries up the stairs. Multiple trips. Although I've started to get, what are like the reusable bags, but they're like big size.
The tote ones?
Yes, but like huge, and I just put all my groceries in there, and I walk up the stairs.
Life hack, Mean Green Flame, IKEA shows up, and they give out free IKEA bags. Like those
I've seen
giant
that, the huge ones,
I always take 3 to 4.
Do you have to show your student ID?
No, and if they stop me and are like, "Can I see you before?" I'm like, that's kind of racist. Like, you're really gonna? I was like, what?
Pull the race card.
Let me just take another one and leave.
Hate crime.
Hate crime. This is a microaggression. I was like, I'm gonna get a PR box soon.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, you need to get those because that's what I use for my groceries. Like, you can put so much in there.
Instead of the plastic bags, although I do use the plastic bags as like trash bags as well.
Literally. Especially if you cats, litter dog. No.
Yes. That's all her poop and pee goes into, is those little bags.
But the worst part is when they rip and they have a little tiny hole in it and you don't notice it, and then you lift the bag up and
it
just
spills. Yes.
It's like.
And what sucks is my cheap ass apartments, the like wooden, I don't want to say tiles, but
the fake hardwood.
Yes. There's space in between them, so her litter like just sits in it, and I have to like vacuum it up or it stays there. Should I get stronger bags? Probably.
Why should we have the paper bag?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to spend money on it if I get these ones for free. So
this might be a controversial statement. I don't know if I should say it, but like. I mean, like, yeah, Texas is very conservative, right?
Yes.
And I would love for Texas to move in a more, like, in the times space,
Mm-hmm.
but I love not paying for bags.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In California, you have to pay for your fucking, like, if you want. I mean, I see how that's a good thing to like push
It's a
people away
great
from
thing,
it.
yeah, but
Could it be me?
like we went to Daiso and she
Could not
was
be
like,
me.
it's $1.45 for a bag. I was like,
On
I have
top of
hands.
like $100
yeah,
groceries.
exactly.
Is
I was
crazy.
like, I'm good. Thank you very, very
Mm-mm.
much.
Woo. I would never pay for a grocery bag.
They do it in Austin, actually.
Really?
Mhm.
Like in all stores in
I don't
Austin?
know. I remember I was at a mall in Austin. My friend got a shirt and it was 10 cents for a bag. And I was
Okay,
like,
that's
wait.
not that bad.
Yes, you're right.
But like $1
Yeah.
is too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
For
I was at Urban Outfitters, and I don't go to Urban Outfitters because I don't got Urban Outfitters money.
No, seriously.
But we were somewhere in like Massachusetts, and like it said all sale items additional 40% off, and I was like, ooh,
Say less.
speak my language. That's how I walk in there, and I go straight to the sales section,
Mhm.
and I find this jacket. I love it. I've worn it in another episode. It has butterflies on it. I don't know if you saw it. It's like a white thing. It has butterflies. It's super
I'm about to like
cute.
stalk your page to
Good.
find
You
it.
should. But it was originally like $130 and it was marked down for $70. And I was like, ooh, that's still a lot.
That's a
I was like,
steal.
what is 40%? And I couldn't do the math. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was $39.
Ooh.
And it was originally like $130.
Yeah.
I was very
That's
happy.
a steal.
Then they're like, do you want a bag? And I was like,
I already spent $30.
right? She's like, it's 15 cents and it's reusable. I was like, oh.
Ooh.
Say less. And then I have a really cute reusable.
Was it like a decorative bag? Like it had
It's
design
like, it's
on
one of
it?
those like meshy tote, you know what I'm talking about?
Ooh,
Yeah. I just really like bags.
Same.
Like,
I have a suitcase full of bags that I don't even use. Just
same.
under
Just
my
in
bed.
case, right?
Literally.
You never know. Like those drawstring
Different
bags.
events. So many like from just office swag
Mm-hmm.
that are low quality,
Low quality.
hanging on by a thread, and I still keep them because you never know.
Exactly. We went on a bag tangent.
I was literally about to say so off topic, nothing about.
Okay,
living
I
alone?
guess back to living alone. What about having people over? What's your thoughts on like living alone, having someone over for the first time, like someone you don't know?
I like it because it makes me clean. I would. Can I say? Okay, I'd rather die than have someone over while my apartment is dirty. Like that to me is embarrassing.
Bruh,
I live in my own filth, but you cannot see it. You cannot see it. But I love having people over because I can also say, okay, it's time to leave.
True.
Like, get out. I'm ready to lay down. It's my house.
I have a hard time telling people to leave. I also have a hard time leaving.
Set a time before. That's what I do. I'll just be like, I have something to do. Or if it's someone I'm really close to, I'll be like, you gotta go by like this time. My social battery will be dead by then.
Like the whole like farmers market Target thing, if you know what I'm talking about,
Mm-mm.
on my birthday.
Oh.
I was like, I didn't want to do it
when
either,
they started
right?
bringing up, love y'all if you see it.
I was tired.
I'm ready to go
I
home.
was tired. I was so tired. I spent money I didn't have that day.
Bro, I was like, fucking we ball. I can't let my coworkers think I don't have money when I didn't have money.
Me when the
But
eyeliner
nice
was the
things,
worst.
little bits of serotonin.
It was. Yeah.
Treat yourself.
It was. But it was one of those like, everyone was so excited, and I didn't have the heart to be like, oh.
You could have just said like, oh, I have plans.
I'm not gonna lie either. That's a lie. I'm great at lying.
To certain people.
To certain people.
Yes.
To certain people.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent. Yeah.
Same.
I started laughing halfway through my. Oh, I guess it's not over. I usually start laughing halfway through my lie, and I'm like, no, take me seriously. Wait a second.
I'm being so truthful right now.
Swear. But I don't know. I guess when I lived alone, I mean, I never really lived alone. But like,
Okay, well, what do you quote unquote define as like living alone if you're saying you didn't really live alone?
well, like I had roommates.
Yes.
We'll get into that. And then once I got out, I moved into a 1-bedroom. But at that point, Connor was just staying with. Like he was on the
Okay,
way.
yeah.
He was just
I
staying.
felt
You
that.
know what I'm saying? So like, I never really was like on my own.
Yeah.
But I had all my own responsibilities. Like, but I don't know. Like, I guess when I lived with my roommates,
Mhm.
I was less hesitant to have people know where I live because I was like, if something happens, like, I got a witness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like, but like, when
like inviting new people over type thing. Okay, yeah.
Especially like a guy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
I should have that level of caution.
Scary, you know.
But yeah,
scary.
Just a tad bit.
No, I'm not gonna say. But okay, so we both live alone. Is there a reason you live alone?
I've had we'll start off by saying I've had really shitty roommate experiences, but I also just am not a very big people person. I have a very short social battery. And so living with roommates, I also realized that I didn't like going out of my room. And so I was more depressed because I stayed in my room because I just didn't want the social interaction. But also just because I like having my own space, getting to do what I want with the space, having all the fridge room to have whatever I want. People not eating my stuff.
The little cube square they gave you in the fridge. Oh, it pissed me off.
Literally, what am I supposed to do with that?
Literally.
Please. But no, just genuinely having my own space, I feel like has given me more time to indulge in the things that I like to do without feeling like I'm disturbing other people. Like video games. I yell, I rage really, really badly. And I felt so bad to my old roommates. Like, it's really bad rage. Really bad rage when it comes to video games. Like, yelling at the top of my lungs. So getting to do that on my own and not feeling judged. But no, I think living alone has just been, even though I've technically only been living alone for like a couple months.
A month or
yes,
so. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Back and forth. A full month of me actually being by myself. But it's nice. I really, really do enjoy it. Although sometimes, like, the good roommates that I had, I do miss the coming home and getting to talk to them type thing. That's always fun. Hearing the tea and drama from their lives. Because every day is boring for me when I just go home and talk to my cat who doesn't talk to me.
The way
yes, but she is very talkative. She's my sweet little baby.
Oh,
yes.
What was the worst roommate interaction you've ever had? Like, hands down, made you be like, I have to live alone because people like you drive me nuts.
Are we gonna count like dorms?
Yes.
Because, and no hate to this girl, I will say, as an individual, she's amazing and like is doing great things. But as a roommate and somebody to live with, we have very different living styles. I go to sleep very early. When I say very early, like I'm in bed by 8.
Yes,
literally. And so it was my first semester of college. I started college as a sophomore. She went to, I think, like a collegiate high school or something like that and started as a junior.
Oh, okay.
So she wanted her college experience immediately. And just very different personalities, very much an extrovert, knows everybody, is loved by everybody. I like to be myself. But it's like having friends over literally the first week of school until 4 a.m. and I have an 8 a.m. and she only had like afternoon or evening classes. She did hair, like made wigs and stuff like that. And I have a weird thing about loose hair. Like, I don't even like my own loose hair. And she would leave it all over the floor in the sink. Or if her friends came over, they would leave like their leftover food in the sink or on the counter. Or if they spilled it, they'd leave it on the floor. One time, one of her friends slept in my bed while I was gone for the weekend, and when I came back, my sheets and my pillows smelled like ass. I was pissed. That same weekend, I looked at one of my friends' stories that knew her, and they were wearing my clothes. And I was like, that's fucking disgusting. And maybe if it was like just a top, like, okay, ask me and I don't mind, but they were wearing my bottoms too, and I was just like, y'all are weird. Like, were you going to just try and wash it and put it back? Were you not going to wash it or what?
What the heck?
Yes, I remember this may be a little TMI.
Say it.
Okay, so she had one of her friends stay the night with her boyfriend. So there was an air mattress on the floor.
Okay.
So it's my roommate and one guy in the bed. And this is in like, it's a 1-bedroom dorm, like our bunks are right next to each other. So it's my roommate and her guy, and then on the floor is her friend and her guy, and I'm just hearing everything.
Oh,
I'm hearing everything. And, you know,
God.
I think by the time my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. that they're going to, like, catch the hint to maybe chill out because I got to get up. No, they didn't care, so I have to act like I'm still sleeping through my alarm to save myself the embarrassment of, like, interrupting their fun time. But, no, I don't know. I did not like it. My other one is when I had a 54-year-old roommate.
She was crazy.
Literally crazy, like tried to be my mom. And I was trying to be so respectful because at the end of the day, she's an older lady. But at the same time, you literally chose to move into a college town and live in college apartments with college-aged kids. And you're trying to monitor what we do.
Yeah, no.
Get a life. Go home. Ask your kids to take care of you. Something
And,
like
student
crazy.
housing is way more expensive than, like, a regular apartment.
That's what I'm
so,
saying. The things that they can charge you for, I get charged an annual resident life fee
I'm
of
sorry,
$100.
For what?
I don't know, considering that they keep the pool closed all summer.
And I haven't seen a single, like, activity or, like, event that they plan for you guys, so...
Nothing. What am I paying for? What am I paying for? But...
It's like that gym I pay for that I don't go to.
Do you still pay for it?
Well, it comes out of my tuition.
Oh, the rec center.
Yeah.
I never went.
I know I should. But working out in front of other people?
Working out in front of the athletes, I'd actually... Embarrassing.
Literally,
so embarrassing.
I'm a nose breather, so when I exercise my nose, like, I'm like, no. Never do that. No.
Can't catch me.
I guess my moment was my freshman year. So,
Yeah.
whatever to her. I mean, she's doing good for her. But she did not wear socks with her shoes.
Oh.
Ever.
Did she even own socks?
She owned multiple socks. Every time we went to Target, she would get novelty socks. She never put them on her. But so she would air dry her feet, like, after, like, we would have all our classes together. So we're out at, like, 9, we're getting back at, like, 2, and then that's stanky feet, right?
Yeah.
And she's just air drying it out in the air.
Window open, fan,
So I
anything?
had an oscillating fan that was always turned on, bro.
Yeah.
Always turned on. And I remember I went to my sweet mate's house, like, over winter break, and I broke down crying because I was like,
damn.
her feet feel so bad. I can't do another semester of this, you know?
Did you ever tell her or, like, try to bring it up? Like, in a gentle way?
So when we came back, she, like, for some reason put her shoe up to her nose, and she was like, my shoe smells like Fritos. And then my other sweet mate goes, well, maybe you should wear socks with your shoes, and they won't smell like Fritos no more. And that was the only comment ever made. But she never put socks back on. And I remember one time, it was raining. And I had bought rain boots, and I warned her to buy rain boots because it was, like, at least 3 to 4 inches of water.
Yeah.
Waded through them in her mesh athletic shoes.
Nice.
Came home with her. It was that smell. It's just stuck in my head. Yeah, it's just stuck in my head. Like, I just can't forget that smell. But it was just that. Like, I was like, I can't do this. Like,
yeah. Were you? I keep forgetting that you were technically, like, in the dorms. You started college before me. When I was in the dorms is when, like, COVID hit, literally my second semester, and they were like, we will refund you your tuition for housing if you move out, like, the day that you move out. Next day, I didn't even tell my roommate. Like, I just showed up with my family, and I was like, we're here to grab my stuff. I'm getting that money, and I'm getting out of here, because I cannot.
The minute I told my mom that they were refunding us, she was like, I'm coming tomorrow. And
Yeah.
I was like, understandable.
Give me that
I
money.
had like $300 in flex, and I remember I went to, like, the convenience store, and, like, people were going fair,
Yeah.
like, buying cases of water bottles, and I was like, y'all, what? Did it break?
Possibly. I just felt one of the little balls drop. I wanted to make sure. I'll buy her another one from somewhere.
This is gonna be the clip of the week.
Love you. Stop. Because I even messed up her desk. It's broken, and so I sat down and put it all the way down while I was doing an interview, and then at the end of the day I went to, like, press the up button, it didn't move, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I told her, I confessed to my sins. And she was like, oh. And I was like, yeah.
He said, I'm sorry.
Love you.
Well, y'all get a new desk.
No, we're not.
Never mind.
Yeah. They told us no. We have too many people for our office is what they told us.
We're not going to say what office this is, but if y'all know, y'all know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in here.
We literally have like the foldable TV dinner tables as some people's desks because they won't let us buy new ones, but they won't give us more space. So,
That's crazy.
literally.
Insane.
Literally. And somebody from upstairs in the fancy offices came down and was like, so when are you guys giving us the desk in that office? And we were like, when we get permission to buy new desks. And she was like, oh, well, you guys have those other ones, right? Like, at least you have it. It works. It proves you don't need more. I was like,
Just because you have better doesn't mean you can't tell me I deserve better too.
literally. Literally.
Well.
No, seriously. We'll keep fighting for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have any other roommate horror stories? Or have you had good roommates? Because, like, that's something I can't relate to.
I've had one good roommate, which is my friend Sunny. Love
Shout out
you.
to Sunny.
Yes. I still talk to her because we are both very much the same person. Like, when we would hang out with each other, we would tell each other, okay, we're done. We're done. Hangout time is over, and then we'll just be in our rooms. But love her to death. We had fun little outside times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you the eye because I hope you know what I mean by
I know
outside
what you
times.
mean. Frolicking in the grass.
Yes.
Laying out in the sun.
Taking our cats outside.
Oh, no, that
yes.
was always my favorite thing to see.
And I miss her cats so much.
Because she had Jack, right?
Yes. Little Alfalfa and Marby.
Aww.
But no, Sunny was by far my favorite roommate, and I think the only roommate that I have ever liked, like actually as a person and kept contact with. So she's one of my best friends now.
I forgot about you, Pris. I'm sorry.
Go
I had Pris.
Mhm.
She wasn't bad.
And what?
Sophomore year. So we lived in like the upperclassmen dorm.
Ooh.
But we never really saw it. We were in the same sorority.
Mm-hmm.
She rushed the same one as me, but we never really saw each other. I was always with my like boyfriend at the time.
Mhm.
But I think that's what really worked out was like we hung out during the day and then like we'd separate at night.
You have your own lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have a lot of FOMO though. They had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. So I have a lot of FOMO from that year. But like, you know, like she was cool. Shout out to you, Pris.
Shout out, Chris.
I know. I do love her. I miss her. I miss you guys. Sad.
I felt that. I tell Sunny I miss her all the time.
But one thing I'll never give up, like, well, like, could you ever go back to roommates?
No.
Right.
And I've thought about it because living alone is expensive. Even with a big girl job, I'm just like, damn. And I get paid once a month.
No, I can't imagine that because I look forward to the 15th. Because, like,
literally,
the first doesn't count. The first you're paying everything back. Exactly.
Oh.
But the 15th? No. It's the first rent, you know?
Yes.
So I'm just like, ugh, rent. I'm like, my whole paycheck's gone. But the 15th, I'm like,
little bits of serotonin coming your
exactly.
way.
A little happy moment.
Yes, but no. I thought about going back to it just for the sake of saving money, but then I was just like, damn, like I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
I don't like wearing pants. I mean, I never wore pants in front of my roommates, if I'm being for real. Like, I never wore pants. But, like, I feel like now I can't do that. Like, you know, but, like.
If you were to go back to living with roommates, no. Having your own space really is nice. It really is. Unless you're just very much a people person, but.
It's gotta be exhausting.
Yeah.
That's funny. That leads to my segue, because, okay, if y'all haven't noticed, Zauria isn't here. She's not just quiet because it's not physically possible for her. But she had a question. She had a question for you to make it seem like she was here with us. But her first question was, if you had to go back, like if you were forced to go back, right, and living with a roommate, which roommate would you absolutely avoid at all costs? Like
the 54-year-old. At the end of the day, like I didn't feel like I could do anything at all. She let my cat outside for like 5 hours. Left the front door of our apartment open for 5 minutes unmonitored. Like at what, 10 p.m.? What are you doing? We live on the first floor. In the very front of the apartments, like the bus stop, if you walk out of our door, and then that way the bus stop is right there, and you just left our door open, and then let my cat outside, and then close the door for the next 5 hours. Ooh, I was livid. and then still tried to tell me what to do. I am an adult. I am an adult.
Period.
Get out of my face.
Mm-hmm.
Did
she have some excuse too for when she left the door open, like some like stupid excuse?
It smelled. She said the house smelled. And I was like,
open a window.
You have Febreze. We have candles. You could have opened the back door because we had a little thing to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
You open the front door, and then even then, if you're gonna open the front door and you know we have pets, and just that we're a house of all women, monitor it. Like, why the fuck would you walk away at 10 p.m. leaving your front door open? Literally crazy.
Mm-hmm. You're just inviting strangers in at that point. Like,
I would avoid her at all costs. She still lives there.
Oh, for real? I thought she moved out early.
No, so she kept telling us she was going to move out early. We were bugging her about it because we had someone to replace her if she did. But she never moved out. Still lives there. So I was just like, that's crazy.
Sometimes I look back. Because you know how, like, you ever, like, rethink a conversation, like, oh, I should have said that instead.
Mm-hmm.
So with my, like, 3 crappy roommates, when we lived into a roommate together, they're like, if you're so uncomfortable, you should just move out, right? And I was like, you know what, I will move out. But sometimes I wish I was just petty and I stayed, just to, like, mess with
You actually moved out?
I actually moved out, yeah, the next day, yeah.
Oh, damn.
To even worse roommates who threatened to, like, beat me up because the AC was broken, but she thought I was messing with it. Like, why would I be setting the AC, the heater?
Like, threatened to put her hands on you over AC.
She texted me. She was like, whoever's messing with the AC needs to stop. And so I don't usually talk in that group chat, but it was the 3 of us, and I was like, yeah, whoever it is, like, please, like, knock it off. I've been changing it multiple times a day. And then she texted me privately, and she's like, don't try to pull that, like, sly stuff in the group text. Like, we know you're the one who's been changing it. Stop acting like it's not you.
Why would you send that individually? What happened to being bold if you want to just tell everybody?
And so I was like, you know what? I was like, I've literally been 3 times a day going and changing the AC from 80 to 60 because it's way too hot in here. I was like, if you don't believe me, that's fine. I'll put in a maintenance order.
Yeah.
Maintenance showed up the next day. My bad. All I get.
Ew.
And then, are you renewing next year? Why would I want to live with you? You threatened to hurt me because of an AC. And then, like, I had put something, you know how, like, one person buys a trash can and there's just the kitchen trash can.
Mm-hmm.
I put something in it. I guess it had, like, half a teaspoon of water still in it. Mm-hmm. She sent me this huge paragraph being like, the trash can is a right. I provide the trash can. It, like, don't, like, I was like, it's just trash.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like things like that, it's not that deep. It really isn't that deep. Like, you live in a shared space. You bought in whatever, an appliance or whatever for a shared space. Let everyone know that they could use it. It's not like they're mistreating it.
Literally.
Nothing bad is happening.
And it just gets worse. And so I was, at that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm not going to use any more of her stuff. I bought all my own things. I started keeping my own trash in those little, like, Walmart bags. Like, and I took, like, 4 of them out a day. And I was, like, out of the apartment for, like, a week and a half. And she texted me in the group chat, stop using my air fryer. I never gave you permission to use my air fryer. And I was like, it wasn't me. And she goes, the other girl has her own air fryer. Why would she be using my air fryer?
If hers is dirty.
I was like, girl, I don't freaking, I am not there. And so, like, but I would still choose
same age as you? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would still choose them over smelly feet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
100%. Because I could lock myself away in my room and act like they didn't exist. But, like, that smelly feet.
That's a hygiene issue.
That's a hygiene issue.
And it just smells. It will stink up the place.
So freaking bad, bro. And my dad warned me. He was like, girls are so much nastier than guys. And I was like, whatever. But no. In different senses.
I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm just thinking about all these crappy roommates right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I moved out my freshman year, because I had beef with them. Maybe I'm the problem. I had to move out my freshman year out of my dorms in the last month, and I moved in with Lindsay. Shout out to Lindsay. I don't think she watches this, but she was cool. And our suite mates moved out 2 days before us, and they just took the shower curtain. Like, I get it. They brought it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, how are we supposed to shower for, like,
my thing is, if someone knows you're in the shower and they know there's no curtain, then they wouldn't walk in, right? Did you guys have new suite mates after that?
No, this was like move out was happening. So like they moved out early. Yeah,
okay,
they just left with the thing, and I was like, yo,
What's
trying to
going
shower.
on?
What's going on? It was crazy, but I get it. I can't be mad at them about that. Like I understood.
I was about to say, was it one of those dorms where like it's the public shared
It was
showers?
the sweet ones,
Yeah.
like in the between. Yeah.
Ooh,
Those are
little
okay.
bad roommate story about that. My freshman year roommate, when one of her friends came over, he was a guy, and our suite mate was taking a shower, and like when she stepped out and was naked, he didn't knock on the door and just walked in, and she like screamed, and they all laughed at her instead of like apologizing, and so you could hear her crying. And then I got a text about it like as I was going back. Not I got a text, but like the group chat. And I apologized. I was like, they're not my friends, but that was definitely inappropriate. She definitely asked to like switch rooms. Like she just didn't want to stay next to us anymore. And even though it wasn't like my friends and I wasn't there when it happened, I was so embarrassed. I was like, ew, why would you laugh at her? Like this isn't your space.
So sad.
That's scary. It's not something to laugh about. That was crazy. Just a teensy bit, but yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. People are mean.
People are mean. That's why we don't live with roommates.
Nope. That's why you live alone.
That's why you live alone. Speaking of living alone, her second question
Mm-hmm.
was, what was something you feared, right, about living alone, and how'd you overcome it?
Well, I haven't overcome it. And I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm a paranoid person, so I believe any and everybody is crazy.
You should.
And, you know, I live on the 3rd floor, and, like, my sister and my friends will tell me, Kaya, you live on the 3rd floor. No one's going to make their way up to the 3rd floor and break in. You never know.
You never know.
I'm a paranoid person, so I still believe that at the end of the day, somebody could try to if they wanted to. That's my only fear. I haven't overcome it, but it hasn't happened yet, so...
You're dealing with it one day at a time.
I know, seriously.
One
Somebody
day.
hasn't broken in today. That's something to celebrate. I'm safe today. My TV's still here today. Yeah, basically.
She get a Ring camera.
I thought about it, but I'm pretty sure that takes up electricity. And
No.
I like, no?
So
Don't you have to plug it in?
no. So there's a new one you can get. It's like wireless, and so technically that has to be installed to a pre-existing doorbell. But you can get a door boa, and it's like a sleeve that goes into your front door. I'll show you mine after, and you just stick your Ring camera and it just stays there. It's very nice. I use it.
What's it called? Have you seen the things that you can like
Yeah,
prop
like,
up against the handle?
Mm-hmm.
I thought about getting one of those, or like the locks that they have that you can put like when you turn your lock and the little rectangle and it goes on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because my apartments, it's like the key fob.
True.
And so I don't have like 2 locks, I have just one. And there's no chain thing either. So I want to get something. Even though I live on the 3rd floor, something. Because I live by myself.
Yeah, if
and
someone's crazy, they're crazy. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, haven't overcome it, but nothing bad has happened, so we're thriving.
Her apartment looks cute. It's very cute. It's a
Thank
renovation.
you.
All right, very serious question. Last question by Zauria. She's very serious. Will you marry her?
Possibly, if we agree on the colors. I have like these big ideas about what I want for my wedding. Big ideas. I want it to be like out of the country. Small.
Oh.
And I just want to be super cute. Like, I want to be a princess at the end of the day. But yes, I mean, we both can wear princess dresses, but as long as like I'm the star of the wedding, yeah, then yes, of course.
Not my 2 besties falling in love in front of me. That's not fair.
Okay, real quick, like off that, and then we can go back. No tangent.
Okay.
But when you text me to come on here and you were like, I have a proposal, I was like, I've been waiting for this, and sent you the little wedding emoji.
No, I know,
so
I
you were
saw
my
that.
first option, just saying. But
Stop.
she actually asked, so.
Stop. Well, like, what if I was waiting for the time to be right?
That was the time. I gave you the little hint,
You're right.
and you were like,
right.
you flew over it. You basically turned me down.
Fumbled the ball. Yeah, it's on me. this is what I'll cry about. Every country song that I'll be singing too. But okay, so we usually end our episode on a hypothetical,
Okay.
right? And so if you have a hypothetical, you can ask me too, but I thought of this hypothetical, right?
Mm-hmm.
If clothes could be made out of deli meat, which meat would you choose and why?
I hate that question. Ham, I guess. Ham is the only deli meat I'll eat. Everything else to me smells or tastes funny.
But you would willingly wear ham?
Well, do the clothes have to be made out of deli meat, or is it like they came out with a new brand and it's an option?
They're gonna be made out of deli meat. Like, think Lady Gaga's meat dress.
Okay, well then the question is, like, if I say ham, does that mean every single piece of clothing that comes out is ham, or they're gonna have like ham clothes, turkey clothes?
All ham.
Ham, I guess.
Ham.
Okay, is it different types of ham, like honey ham, black forest ham?
Whatever one singular type of deli meat you pick, all clothes henceforth will be made from it.
Honey ham.
Valid choice, because honey ham is so good.
Honey ham is so good. I don't like black forest ham. I like the sweet. I like the sweet little ham.
Valid.
Yep. Ooh, or Thanksgiving ham.
Ooh, I was just about to say that. Big cool ham. Cranberry sauce, yes or no?
I'll drink cranberry juice. I'll eat cranberries, but as the sauce, it's the texture for me. If I'm thinking of like the Jello.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like that can. Like I need that can print like on it. Ooh, girl, it's so good. I tried homemade cranberry. Just didn't hit the spot.
Was it bad, or it just wasn't as good as you were hoping it would be?
It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. It didn't have that jelly texture of the. I don't know.
You need the jelly texture?
I guess so, because like I don't know. Zaria's been making fun of me because there's certain foods that I don't like, even though I've never had them before, like kale. Like I've never had kale.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm convinced I won't like it, so
gross.
there's no point in. Thank you.
I haven't had it either.
To my haters, y'all know who you are.
Hummus. Are you a hummus fan?
I am a hummus fan.
I'm
not. That's not right. That's not right. You gotta try hummus.
I tried.
Okay, now I know how people feel.
When you say you don't like certain things that most people like.
Hummus is so good though.
I tried it the other day. It's in the fridge, and I didn't like it.
That's not a good brand of hummus. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I'll tell you that. And
do they have like garlic hummus?
Yes.
I love anything garlic flavored.
Red like pepper roasted like hummus like.
Shay said pepper roasted or the red pepper one isn't good.
Shay's tripping. Alright, but yeah. Okay. You would pick honey ham.
Yes. Honey ham clothes.
Honey ham clothes. Have you been to Honey Baked Ham?
Like is that a store? Mm-hmm. No.
You should. They sell ham.
Honey ham sandwiches like that. If I were to make a ham sandwich, I would have honey ham. But I don't eat that a lot. I like PB&J.
Your perfect sandwich. Like build your perfect sandwich right now.
Ooh. Peanut butter. Honey, bananas.
Ooh.
Boink.
Okay.
So good.
Okay. Have you ever had the paninis from Mean Green Cafe?
Mm-mm. I don't eat at like the cafes at all.
I need you to change your mind because they make PB&J and peanut butter and banana panini sandwiches.
Yeah.
Panini sandwiches. And
is it like grape jelly?
They have different jellies.
I only like strawberry.
Valid.
I don't like grape.
I found out that there's a difference between jelly and jam, and
I don't know
whatever the preserve is, like with the real fruit chunks in it. That's what I like.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the other one.
I feel like that might be jam.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. But
no, that
possibly.
makes sense because the other one's kind of jelly-ish.
Yeah,
a little bit. You know. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's more valid. Have you tried an Elvis sandwich?
An Elvis sandwich? No.
Peanut butter, banana, bacon.
I don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't like bacon. I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat it.
If you had to, crispy or non-crispy bacon?
Burnt. Almost burnt bacon.
I thought we were gonna have a moment here.
Oh no. You don't like yours crispy? You like the floppy bacon?
I like the floppy bacon. Stop. Everyone makes that face when I say that. Everyone makes that face. That's how my mom made it. That's how my mom made it. And I like it better that way.
Okay, true.
Like, I'm not trying to eat, like, a chip.
Okay, well, not like a chip. If it's like a little burnt, it's good. But I like it slightly tough. I don't like chewy textures. So the floppy bacon is chewy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you eat the fat of your bacon?
Depends.
I don't eat it.
I just like I don't know. I guess I like bacon because I like samgyeopsal, which is pretty much bacon.
I'll eat it.
It's pretty much bacon. What do you mean?
It has more thickness to it.
Okay.
Maybe if I had like thick bacon slices, what I'm picturing is like the super thin.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, your deli meat clothes.
Okay, my deli meat clothes. turkey bacon. Is that deli meat? I guess not.
I don't know.
Roast beef.
Roast beef.
Yes.
Odd choice. I'm not gonna say why, but why?
Why not?
Why not? That's a great question.
I just feel like it has the best fabric texture wise. Like I feel like you could like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you could sew it up, but like with ham, you know, you stick a finger through it. Yeah, exactly. Roast beef's a little tough, you know.
Okay, well, what if it's like Thanksgiving ham? It's not gonna rip.
But then that's not deli meat.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Then mine would rip pretty easily. I take one step and I'm naked.
Surprise! Yeah. All right, roast beef and deli ham coming your way, fall 2024.
New brand.
That'd be cute. But yeah, thank you, Kyle, for coming on our little podcast. Thank you for sharing your little silly story.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's always a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's say bye. Bye, everybody.
Adios.